Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Vintage Dish. Let's see if there is anyone out there today in YouTube land. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that we're getting so close to Christmas. Where has this year gone? I'm going to put the slide away because I want you guys to see my little Santas. Hey, Bella. I mean, Sonia. Sonia Bella. Yeah, I've been wanting to wear this little cute hair wrap. Look, there's Mrs. Claus and Santa, and it's pink. So I love it. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Zoe. Hey, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am super excited to be here today with Patricia. Cindy's Thrifty Finds. Do I know you, Cindy? I don't feel like I've met you before. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness. So what are you guys up to? We're given a few minutes to get all of our viewers squared away. Hey, Shelly. How are you? Tanya. Hey. Oh my gosh, girl, we need to catch up. I've just been kind of in a state of focusing on tasks and being a bit numb with my after I had my procedure, and then my surgery is coming up on Thursday. So I feel like I've been kind of detached. Well, Zoe, I'm kind of ready. Oh, hey, there's my stepmom. Diane is my stepmom, AKA her real name is Melanie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh, your son got into college today. That is wonderful news. And Cindy, you're an ISN member. Well, it's wonderful to meet you, and thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Evan. Yeah, so my Christmas is going to look a little different because I'm going in for surgery on Thursday. And I will be honest, I'm a little bit of a hot mess today because I have a lot of anxiety. And it's not just the anxiety of the actual surgery and surviving anesthesia and all that. I know you guys are probably like, oh, you're going to be fine. But I have my fears. But it's the recovery. I'm really, I'm used to being super independent and always on the go. And yeah, I get you have to rest, but it's going to be a very painful recovery. And I don't know how much rest it's going to allow me to have. So yeah, I'm freaking out, you guys. I'm freaking out. But as with everything in life, once we are faced with it in that moment, we will find our strength and we will get through it. But yeah, I want to run. I'm ready to skip town. Can't hop a plane, but I could just drive somewhere and never come back. But I can't do that. I can't do that. Can't do that to my husband. Yeah. Thank you for empathizing with me, Cindy. Zoe, it is a very unglamorous procedure. It is colon related. There's a complication with removing a polyp, just to be frank, which makes it a more involved surgery and a more painful recovery. So, yeah. So, with that being said, I am going to bring Patricia in so that I can distract myself from all of these anxious thoughts I'm having. If you guys do not know Patricia, you are going to fall in love with her. I'm actually counting on her to energize me with her energy. She is so upbeat, so full of life, and so full of positivity. So I am so looking forward to this, and I need this today. Hey, Kara, thank you so much. All right. So without further ado, and thank you, Zoe. Here is Patricia. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. She's backstage. She's ready. Oh my gosh, see, I'm already smiling just looking at her contagious smile. Yay!
Hello.
Hi there.
Oh my goodness. Hello,
Oh, look at your
hello.
Afghan. I love that.
Oh my, yes, these are two thrifter friends found me some Dusty Rose thrift colors because
Oh,
it needed to
yes.
go with, my
I love it.
name.
Right.
So,
So when did you become this like redhead like overnight?
well, yeah. When I was done with the bleach and killing my hair, and I'm in my older age, and so I needed to. So yes,
Well, it looks fabulous. When I went on your page today, I was like, "Wait, what?"
change, always change. I love change.
I love it. It's beautiful. It just suits
Thank
you. So
you.
so yeah, well, welcome. I am
Thank
so excited to
you.
have you here as our guest today on the Vintage Dish. This is Patricia with Dusty Rose Thrifting. She is new to ISN and I think not new to vintage selling, but
Yeah.
we're going to find all that out. We're going to get all the scoop. But you guys, if you're not already following her on Instagram, the link is here in the description of the video. And also she has just started her YouTube channel. So we need to help her reach that 1,000 subscribers.
Thank
So you
you.
guys, please subscribe to Patricia at Dusty Rose Thrifting. That link is also in the video. And if you guys are not sure how to find that information, if you go just below the title of the video, there's a little V shape and you click that and it drops all this fun information down. So I will remind you all again later in the broadcast, but thank you all so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
And hey, Sherry. Hey, Jay Wonders.
How do I
Silnet
see the
too.
chat?
Thank you guys. What
I'm
was
on
that?
my phone, so am I going to be able to see the chat or
Um,
maybe not? If I
hmm,
click chat, that might be me chatting. So I don't want it to.
um, yeah, you're gonna click on chat and see if it pops up because I've never done StreamYard on my phone, so
Okay,
I'm not
there
sure.
they are.
Okay,
But
perfect.
then I can't see us. So it won't show
Oh,
everything. That's okay.
I'll put some stuff up on the screen like this, and then you'll be
Oh,
able
okay.
like I'll find some comments to share with you. And thank you, Tanya, for sharing her
Yes,
Instagram.
thank you. Hi, Tanya. I can't see
Hey,
who's here.
Lynn.
So hi, I heard Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. I said,
Oh, don't be scared, Cindy. Don't be scared. We'll just have to have you on the vintage dish, Cindy, and then I'll
mhm.
just break you in. So you reach out to me so I can find you because I don't know if I'll be able to find you so easily. So you message me and then we will set something up in January and we'll get you on this show. And then that way you'll kind of get a little feel of being on camera and everybody can get to know you and we'll give you that little jump start.
Yeah. Aw.
Okay, so let's get started. So, okay, I am so excited to find out all about you. Tanya from, well, gosh, Tanya, what is your, okay,
Raising
Raising Vibration.
vibrations.
Some of us, we change our branding and then it's like, okay, wait, what? Yes. So Tanya, Mermaid Tanya on screen here, Raising Vibrations. She introduced me to Patricia. She's like, you've got to connect with Patricia. She is so creative and such high energy, such good energy.
Aw.
And like, I think you guys would be a good match. So I reached out and we did a quad sale together with some other wonderful sellers, and it was so much fun. So we'll definitely have to do another sale next year once I get back up and running.
Yeah.
But let's start way back in the beginning,
Okay.
way back in yesteryear, right? And I want to hear all about um, where you are from, how you grew up, if you have any fond childhood memories.
Right.
Like, let's start at the beginning and bring us into current times. Tell us what your career
Okay.
was, like what you did, and all before thrifting.
All right. Well, I was born in California, but I was raised in Iowa. So my parents like to my both of my parents have long passed on, but my dad always liked to tell everybody that my three children were all born in different parts of the country, like literally. One was West Coast, one was East Coast, one was Midwest. But he tells everybody, but they were all conceived in Sioux City, Iowa. I'm like, thanks, Daddy. He would tell everybody that story. It's like nobody wants to know where we were conceived. But I thought y'all needed to know that. We were all
Yeah, I
conceived
mean,
in Sioux City, Iowa, but we were born in different parts of the country and we were all raised in Iowa. And we moved to California when I was a junior in high school. And so then I've been in California for all of my adult years. And wow, good childhood memories. Had a very traumatic childhood, but I do have good memories. I mean, I remember going camping with my family. We did camping a lot, and that was really fun. And thrifting was a part of our life from the beginning because we were crazy poor, and so that was just the thing to do. That's where you got what you needed when you were poor. But we found out, wow, you can get some really nice things and dress nicer than those who have more
mhm.
money than you. So that was kind of my upbringing there. And when we moved to California and I graduated high school, I met my husband. He was dating my neighbor.
Oh, wow.
Yes, little hot
Scandalous.
story there. So we became fast friends and married, and we have been married for, oh my gosh, 28 years.
Wow,
Thank
congratulations.
you. We have 9-ish children right now. So this will come into my passions and my core values, but
Okay.
we have 9. I say ish because they're not all mine. And we are our life has been a journey and an adventure, and every single day is an adventure and a journey, and it is like crawling uphill some days and it's rolling down others. That's our crazy life, and I guess we'll get
Well,
more.
share as much as you want with us
Okay.
about your journeys and your challenges and how you face them and overcome them, because all of these things help us to face ours and gives us strength. So share as much or as little as you want.
So I mentioned my very traumatic upbringing, and my mom had just severe bipolar, and so they were both alcoholics, and just a really not a good upbringing at all. But they loved, and they loved hard, and they loved well, and they just weren't weren't you know doing the right things as parents. And so it was just a really hard upbringing. And so then when I became an adult, I wanted to do all I could to help those in need.
Mhm.
And I was raised Catholic, and as I became an adult, I kind of left the Catholic scene and became a Christian. And so I knew I had a lot. I knew I had a huge undertaking to be like Jesus, and so that was always my goal and my focus in life. And we were kind of lost as kids because of everything our parents did, and so I always wanted to adopt, and I was like, I'm going to do that. So then I married my husband, and he's like, two. We got two, babe. That's it. That's all we're going to do. We can have 2 kids. And it's like, okay. So we had 2 birth kids. They are adults now, and just amazing, amazing kids. And and then I still had this passion in me, this desire that I wanted to just raise all the babies and love them and grab onto them because I knew that they needed something during a very traumatic time in their life. And I wanted to be that person because I have that energy and I have that love that's just like capacity to love is huge within me, especially kids. And so I asked him one day, I think my adult kids were babies, and he's like, no. He became a pastor, and it's rough. you living ministry and you're constantly serving. And so he really wanted to just be able to serve his family in his home and not have to have all the added pressure that fostering would bring. And so I understood. And I just kind of like kept that quiet in my spirit and in my soul. And then fast forward a few years, and my mom had committed suicide. So
I'm
that
so
was,
sorry.
she couldn't battle the demons of her world anymore. And so that was her way of ending. And it was so hard and so sad because I felt like I couldn't put to rest my demons from my childhood.
Mhm.
And my dad was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So all this at once, and I had two babies, and the anxiety that you talk about just came crashing in. And so then my dad needed a full-time caregiver. And so I was like, how do I full-time caregive for somebody who pretty much left me abandoned, not really abandoned, there but not there, as a
Mhm.
kid. And it was a soul searching time to be able to go,
Right.
hey, how do I really serve my daddy in a way that you can only imagine? Multiple sclerosis
Mhm.
takes every part of your body. And my husband and I chose to serve him in that way, and it was a very trying time. He was with us for 5 years before he passed on. And man, I learned a lot about myself, about my insecurities, about my impatience, about, whoa, the things those ugly things that you just don't want to learn about yourself. I learned about myself during those years. And so it was another hard time. So it's funny because people look at us and they think, oh my gosh, you guys, you got it so easy and you're always so upbeat and you're always so joyful. And it's like, wow, we've got a past and we have a present and we have a
Mhm.
future, and we
Mhm.
choose to walk in joy and we choose
Mhm.
to walk in God's spirit. And that's the only thing that's our strength. And
Right.
so
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot, and it resonates with me, so much on so many different levels. I think we have kind of a parallel, and I'm sorry, but I'm very distracted. Are those Smurfs behind you? Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but
yeah,
yeah, like, the
those are my
Cabbage Patch Kid
first.
and the Smurfs, like, I'm sorry, but yes, yes, please, like, that's all about me, all about my childhood too. So, anyway, but we hold on to those things because those were the things that brought us the joy during the dark times, right?
Yep.
I was just speaking with a friend last night who was sharing their journey of now caring for parents
Mm,
that were abusive, and how, like, it was like they couldn't fathom that they were in this situation, um, taking care of these people that had brought so much pain and everything. And it's like, because that person is that's who they are. That is the kind of person they are. They are not the parents, just like you are
exactly.
not your parents. So of course it's your nature to take care of that human being
Yeah,
despite all of that, because it's like you can't fight who you are deep down, even though you can't be like them because you're not,
exactly.
and that's what I said to him. And
Amen.
yeah, like, when you wanna your desire to help the children is very much like my own, because I had a wonderful childhood, but I also had trauma,
Hmm.
and thank God for the support system I had in my family, um, especially on my dad's side of the family. They gave me so much nurturing at such an early age that I had the tools and the foundation to survive and to come out
Hmm.
of it, better than some might have,
Right.
and so, I too wanted to help other kids, and try to take that darkness away and the pain away, because I knew what it was like, even though what I went through was maybe much more than the children I cared for went through, but it was still like, I don't want any child to go through darkness and stress and
No.
I can bring them some joy, if I can facilitate some positive change in their homes. That's why I became a nanny, because I
Oh,
wanted to help those children and give
yeah.
them, something that I had, but then, like, maybe they didn't have the foundation I had,
Mhm.
to pull out and to feel confident and to
No.
rise above the darkness. So I truly admire you, for what you're
No.
doing, and I feel, a kindred spirit between us.
Yeah.
Um, so I would love to hear more about your kids, all of
I,
your babies.
well, after my dad had passed on, we tried to just like kind of live life a little bit quietly. And then a few years later, my daughter was 16 and my son was 19. And my husband was getting ready to go on a backpacking trip. And I was like, I'm going to bring this before you one more time. And can you please just during this time when you're away, just really pray and really seek and really let me know if this is just a selfish desire in me. Obviously I can't imagine it being a selfish desire, but I wanted to know, I want to honor, my marriage and not bring
Mhm.
stress in. And but I was like, one more time, honey, please, just one more time. He was like, okay, fine, I will with an open heart consider one more time. So he was gone for a week and he came back, and he told me, he said he heard, we don't hear like God audibly, we haven't been blessed to hear that, but he heard, you are being so selfish to my husband. And he was like, whoa. And it was just this really cool time of Mike just to be like, oh man, I'm being selfish. I'm being selfish. And so that began our journey. And he's like, can we just do emergency foster care? And can we just take one, like 4 and under? I'm like, yes, yeah, honey, we can do that. Literally, Amy, our first call. I know you wanted just one,
Right.
but we've got this sibling set of 3, and they are 8, 6, and 4. We were
Wow.
like, what the heck? Okay, here we go. And so we took them on, and within 2 months we knew they were getting ready to transition out of our home into a concurrent home, because fostering, you can be emergency and then you send them to their concurrent home, which would be then the adoptable home. And we knew it was going to be bad, we knew it wasn't going to go well with their parents. And so my husband's like, we can't send them anywhere. And I'm like, what? That's not what I was planning. And I just finished homeschooling my kids, and because we've homeschooled our entire life. And so, long story short, we ended up adopting these 3 beautiful, beautiful children, and they are wonderful. And then 2.5 years ago, in our ripe old age, we get a phone call for a 17-month-old, and it's only going to be a month. They're going through reunification, blah blah blah.
Sure it is.
Little Fernando is almost adopted, and he is 3 years old, and I am 51, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, you give me all that you can give me, and I am just going to have to be able to handle this. And so we have little Fernando will be adopted in the next few months. And then a couple
Congratulations.
days ago, you're talking about your anxiety and your cup being just overflowing right now with your surgery coming up, and I will pray for you. And
Thank you.
we got a phone call for a 2 and a 3-year-old.
2 and 3, girl. Your older
I
kids
said no at
they're
first,
okay.
and
Oh, at
they were like,
first.
you're the backup. I said, okay, I'll be the backup. Well, the backup fell through. And so we have now 1 2-year-old, 2 3-year-olds, and then all my teens.
And you're, like, selling and YouTubing and constantly on
Yes.
the camera, like,
And my 15-year-old, who is my rock star of a helper, just had full knee surgery.
oh my gosh. Okay, so you're gonna have to share all your secrets on how you're pulling all
Uh
this
oh.
off.
Uh oh. Uh oh. No, he can't be down here, sweetheart. Here comes my monster now.
Oh,
I
he
have
wants to
my
be with you.
sorry, my 23-year-old is babysitting. So the 2 and the 2 3-year-olds, they all have autism as well. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. They wanna be with you.
Yeah. You got to just close the door, baby. Yeah. So they all have autism on top of trauma. It is, I know, Fernando. I know. I'm so sorry. He's so sad. But she came to babysit. But so joy is a choice. You are absolutely right. You are
Yeah.
absolutely
If
right.
you have no joy, you have got to find a way to create joy. And if you can't create it, reach out to someone who can light that spark for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here we are with 9-ish children. Oh, and one we got to reunify, our 14-year-old. He got to go home a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. How did that go? I mean, how
It was
is that
amazing.
going?
He was
Is
with
it
us
still
for
going
10
good?
months and he got to be reunified with his mom. And
And
it's
his mom
amazing.
is doing
So he
well?
still comes and hangs out with us.
That's
So,
wonderful. That is beautiful.
so
That's awesome.
there's my baby.
Well, that is amazing, and you are amazing. So how do you find time? Well, first of all, tell us how you got into reselling and share what your about your passion for vintage collecting.
Okay. I think a lot of it started when I was a kid because we used to love going thrifting with my mom. She was
Mhm.
very, and she actually worked, she managed the American Cancer Society thrift store.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that was always fun to go there and just to see things that you could get, things that come in. And it wasn't vintage, it was just, I didn't have the desire for vintage. I didn't understand that at that point, you know. And so, but thrifting has always been in my past and in my entire life, and love it. I always take the kids. But my daughter, my 23-year-old, and her friend a year ago, not quite a year ago, yeah, probably almost a year ago, they decided they wanted to start this little thrift business thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Let me help you because I love to thrift. I'm always thrifting. And I have, like, on occasion flipped items, and, you know, because it's like, oh, I could flip that. But I never like did it for a business until she started doing that. And now she's long since not doing it now because she's college and it's just too much. But then I just got so excited about helping her that I just took off on my own. And I love it to go in and just to, you know, the not let it go to the landfill. But mine is more just like, I'm just so excited to bring these things in and find good deals and bring the good deals. So I always do things a little lower than most people, give extra good deals, because I'm like, if I find something for super cheap, you're all going to get it for super cheap too.
And let me just say that I'm gathering that if people who are shopping with you and supporting your small business, in turn, they're also supporting this mission that you have to take care of these children and
Yeah.
facilitate a future for these children. So I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Right. And that's one thing we do. I let people know all the time. You're not just buying from me so I can go do this. I mean, my kids get parkour lessons from this business. My kids get ice skating from this business. My daughter now gets guitar lessons literally from this business. So I am able to bless my children. And, you know, and everything's kind of went on hold for the month of December because I pretty much tried to take a lot of December off to just, which was ordained, I guess, because we have these two crazy kiddos now with us. But yeah, so I tell people all the time, guys, you are supporting my family, you are supporting my kids, and you are part of my village and helping me to. Sometimes I just get on and do a live and I just cry with my people because I'm like, I need my support. And a lot of times I feel like this is more of my support than this sometimes,
Mhm.
especially
Mhm.
in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
It is huge. And so I let people know all the time, oh my gosh, guys, thank you for supporting my family. Thank you for supporting
Mhm.
all these foster kids that we bring into our home. And they get all the fun because of this.
Yes. That's wonderful. Well, I really wanna get into those Smurfs because I gotta see what I might have. I might have one of my Smurfs left from childhood. I'm gonna
Oh,
bring them.
really? Okay, so I do have, this is one of my childhood. This was in my crib when I was a baby. This is Georgie. and Georgie sits in my store. I put a little Giants outfit on Georgie, but Georgie is very old because, like I said, I'm 51, and this was my crib baby. And so he sits in my store, and he sits next to my husband's, which was his crib baby. Raggedy Ann was my husband's crib baby, and so they both get to hang out in my store with me. But I was raised in the 70s, but the 80s was like huge because that's when you're like, preteen and smart.
Same. I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah.
I know I have a Smurf in here somewhere.
Oh my God. I actually got all these Smurfs. If you guys don't follow Cool Digs, that's where I got my Smurfs from. These are not childhood Smurfs, but they are Smurfs that remind me of my childhood, and they are from the 80s, so I got them from them. Let me see if I can put this up. If you see my Miss Piggy, she is my childhood. She was my Miss Piggy. I was, I think, probably, 8 or 9. I got her. And all my little things. And then Rainbow Bright over there.
My gosh.
I know. I love, love, love my vintage toys.
Well, that's my passion too, is the vintage toys.
Right?
Before I even got into this kind of vintage, it was all about.
I love it. And this is a little buggy. It's so cute. So yeah, I have a lot of toys that I
can't find my Smurf, but I have Pac-Man.
Oh, he's cute. He is cute.
He is from my childhood collection.
I love it. I know. I love all of my childhood ones are up there. And did you
wait a minute? Is that the Miss Piggy puppet that's in the purple satin?
She's not a puppet. She's a doll.
Okay.
She's a doll, and she was.
I had the puppet.
Oh, do you?
No, I did when I was a kid.
Oh, Georgie was in my crib.
I love that.
He's well loved. He's missing an eye. With this eye.
Oh, that's so special.
He was left out in the rain when I was little, and my dad to him for me, and so that's like super trauma because he was my thing, and he's like, you left him out there. So, but I got him the next day, sopping wet.
Aww.
He's my Georgie. Yeah, so I love that. So mostly in what I gravitate to share and sell are clothes now. I do love glass and like funky things. Oh, like this guy. This is Enesco. Is this the Enesco? He is a Scrooge Jack in the Box.
Oh, wow.
He is so cool.
How cute.
And he sings. He is so cool. So I'll gravitate towards stuff like that, but I'm really enjoying vintage clothes. Really enjoying vintage clothes. Or I've been collecting the Madonna, the small goblets. I don't like the big ones, but so I have 2 different color pink. I have one amber on the way. I have a blue and I have a red now.
That's on my bucket list to go to the Madonna Inn.
Oh, I was born in San Luis Obispo, so I've been there several times. But yes, you have to make sure you go into the men's bathroom because the pee waterfall washes your pee away. It's just the thing. You have to go in there. So, and then do we want to show my favorite thing of the week?
Of course, yes.
So I told Mike, I'm like, I have to go shopping because I need to have something to show my favorite thing of the week. It's actually an 80s raincoat.
Oh boy.
It is my favorite find of the week. Look how cute. It's got these little puffy sleeves and the shoulder pads. Obviously, you got to always have the shoulder pads. And it is my find of the week. So,
I love it. So is that one you're keeping or are you selling?
No, I'm selling this one. It's too big for me, sadly, but it is adorable. And that was my favorite find of the week. The only thing is that it doesn't have its sash. And I was so sad. I was like, no tie. But it's Positively Pink by Mervyn's.
Mervyn's? Oh my God, I totally forgot about Mervyn's. I was so sad when they went out of business.
I know. So that was my find of the week, was my vintage raincoat and my pajamas.
Oh, they're pink.
It's cute.
Love it.
Yeah. And these are also. but it's super soft and it's got that feel to it. And I love the old tags.
Oh, yes.
They're so fun. I love the vintage clothes. I'm like
Do you focus on a certain era or just all over?
I'm all over. I don't typically like 90s or early 2000s. It's
Mhm.
earlier because I
Yeah.
can't see much of a difference.
Yeah, like, to me, yeah, it's vintage, but not really.
Yeah. I mean, people are like, oh, this is Y2K. I'm like, what is that? But like I think the Zara thing would probably be early 2000s, but it's got little tiny shoulder pads. So I don't know. So sometimes I have a hard time telling like exactly. If it's got the massive shoulder pads, you're like, oh, yeah, this baby's 80s.
Right, right.
So
So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel. Are you doing live sales? Are you just kind of doing a vlog? Like what do you have
yeah.
going on?
So it's turning out to be my family. I mean, it's like you've got anything from my dogs to my 11-year-old wanting to show how he can inhale so much air and belch as loud as he can possibly do. He's working on his ABCs. I'm telling you, it's my hot mess family. Literally, my YouTube channel is turning into my hot mess family. So
So it's a reality show.
it's a reality show. Yes. I I did ask for something for Christmas that I can go and do like thrift with me where I don't cuz I don't know how to do that where I don't look like a mess. Cuz I'm like dropping things and that's just my life anyway. So I did ask my husband for something that I can like just bring along. So I do want to do some thrift with me's. Right now there's not much thrifting on my Dusty Rose Thrifting YouTube. Even Michael's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, maybe it needs to be Dusty Rose family and thrifting or something. I don't know.
Right? That's true. I should probably add a little different in there. And so, and then Mike and I will get on and do some talks together. We've started doing that on Instagram, like once every couple of weeks. We'll just hop on and we go honest questions. What's because he has a YouTube
Is
honest.
it like a spiritual vibe or
Yes, yeah.
mhm,
But it's like whatever question you have. I mean, if you have
mhm,
a question about a lot of time people will ask us about foster,
mhm,
and adopting and or but it's kind of just whatever if you have a question because like one of the things on here like what is your core value? Well, my core value is love. I'm
mhm,
going to choose to love you no matter how different we are, no matter
mhm,
what you believe, no matter what I believe. But I just love people and the diversity of people, and that love is amazing. And so that's kind of what we like to talk about. Tell us what you believe. I want to hear it. I want to hear why. Why do you believe that? So
mhm.
he's very similar to me. He's not as eccentric as I am, but very similar in just have a passion for people.
Right, and it's about acceptance and
Exactly.
accepting the differences and the differences in the way we view the world, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Instead of trying to change
No,
someone to believe what you believe.
that's not our no. Why would we do that? How boring would that be?
Right.
I love the diversity of the world and the people.
Yeah. I feel like there are many paths to the same ultimate positive ending.
Yeah.
There's not just one route.
Yeah.
So,
I love
I
it.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So honored to be here.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honored for you to be here and so I can share you with all of my viewers and hopefully I'm sure that you have touched um many people and sharing
Yeah.
your journey and hopefully everyone will go and subscribe to your channel and I'm already subscribed but I got to start
Thank
tuning in. I want to catch this crazy madcap family over there.
right.
It sounds like a
I
lot
can't
of
really
fun.
put my baby on there yet. I do have him on there, but technically not supposed to until he's
Right,
adopted. So you can just see his back and stuff. But
right. But
he's
you can tell stories about him.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, do any of you guys have any questions for Patricia? You can type them in the comments. Um, I have brought a little gift for you as a thank you for being on my show. And I know we had talked about creating these because they remind you of your childhood. So I am gifting you the set for you.
Oh my
And
God.
then we will still work on the ones for your
It's
siblings, but I wanted to make them super
beautiful.
traditionals, so that because they're nostalgic for you. So
I
I stuck with the red
love
felt.
that. My gosh,
And oh,
you.
you're welcome. And then I used this gold trim as vintage. And
Oh,
then this little guy has a special little spun cotton embellishment from probably Japan.
oh
So
my
he's got a
God.
cute little piece of nostalgia there.
Thank you so much. They're so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'll tell that story.
Yes.
One of my dad's favorite string of lights that we would put on the tree was the elves, the little fairy pixie elves, and then and the light goes inside, and then the angel ones as well. And over the years, they got lost, and I'm the only one with one little elf head left, and it goes on my tree every year, and it's so sweet. And then when I met Amy and I saw all the amazing creativity that she does with these too, I was like, oh, please. Hopefully, my brothers aren't watching. Oh, they'll tune in later. That I wanted to gift each of them for Christmas these angel and fairies, and just told her, do your own creative artistic talent, because I have no preconceived ideas. So thank you. Oh my
You're
gosh,
welcome.
we're blessed.
You're welcome. And so they still have their hangers too, so you can hang them as
Oh
ornaments if
my
you
gosh.
like.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Yay. Thank
Yay.
you.
I'm so glad you like them.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see my brothers.
Yeah, so um yeah, so I saw your tree, I think, on your page, and it was beautiful. So I look forward to seeing these two hanging out there, and you'll have to take a picture of your
Yeah,
lone elf head too so that we can see him.
absolutely. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us and being so candid. And I just, admire you so much
Mm,
for your mission in life and giving these children a real chance at a future that they may not and probably would not have had without you facilitating and giving them the love, you and your husband giving them the love that they so truly deserve and need. So I greatly admire you for that, and thank you for sharing that. And I look forward to following your journey further
yeah.
on your YouTube channel. So thank you.
Thank you very
So happy holidays. I hope you guys have a wonderful, very Merry Christmas. And I look forward to seeing some snippets of that also on your YouTube channel.
absolutely.
And thank you to all of our viewers for tuning in. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That helps the video to reach more people and in turn, hopefully inspire more people. So, yeah, just remember, you guys, every day, find your joy,
Yes.
share your joy, and if you can't find your joy, create some and uplift each other. So I will see you guys next week. Will be a pre-recorded episode next week, but it will be Kim with Vintage Gal Clothing. So I'm excited to have her on the show. So, everybody, have a safe and wonderful holiday season. We will see you guys again very soon. And thank you, Patricia. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.